He is such a mama's boy. My goodness. Blue. Blue. Hey, don't you knock that out of there. Blue. I know you can see me. Don't knock that out of there. Such a stinker. All right, well, we'll see how this goes here in a minute. This could be really interesting. Let's try it. Here goes nothing. Watch out, Frankie. Woo! That was a good one. So this is what's going to happen if Belle eats this. I would imagine she's going to feel really good, but her baby's going to be huge. Whew, baby. Let me tell you something now. No. That was awesome. Hang on. Listen, she's got hay. She's fine. 100% fine. But that can't happen. She about gored this one right here. Yeah, not good. He does not have it in him. It's not in his genes to be around horned cattle. He doesn't get it. He don't understand it. He doesn't fight back. That was rough. So anyway, this is what we'll do until she calves, and we'll just move her on. She can get glad in the same pants she got mad in. Whew. That was something right there. I'll just see if her little boy would come in here. Yeah, MJ just tried to pick a fight with Glory. I know you guys think Glory's a little bit standoffish, but she goes by the same rule I do. May not be as good as I once was, but I'm as good once as I ever was. That was funny. Okay, let's get you guys over here. She's gonna try and come through that fence. There we go. Now we're cooking. You know what I'm tempted to do? It's not near as strong that way as it is in here. I'm tempted to start seeing if I can lure her in here while they eat out there. That way I don't have to move that trough, which I shouldn't have to move it every day. What I'm saying is I'll leave the trough out there, draw Belle in here, and then get Frank and Taters out. So, yeah, my goodness. Hey, look out. That's on me, it wasn't quite latched. Now we're cooking. You gotta be the meanest old cow, you know it? I couldn't even try to touch her right now. Not that I would, but I mean, if I just tried to, it's okay. No way, man. She'd smack me. That's something. Is that breathing or baby kicks? Hang on. I don't want the smoke, Belle. I don't. Nope. All right, I'm gonna talk calm so she stays calm. But I've actually had this thought all along. that I could use this gate as a longhorn chute. Because a longhorn chute essentially is this V of horizontals. Like the horizontals like this. Frank, take it easy, it's a bowl. But basically they walk into it. Now the problem is I don't have the horizontals where the barbed wire is. So hang on a second. Just wanted to show you guys that. She didn't like that at all. She knows I did it too. Yeah, I think I can take this panel and pull it this way a little bit. And if I could get a longhorn to walk in right here, any of them, if I absolutely needed to, I've got a squeeze chute right here for longhorns. I do believe that would work. So I've seen it done in more rudimentary ways. So I was just curious. If she wasn't a mean old cuss, I think she'd just stood there and ate. Like if I just put some feed on the ground right there, she'd walk in and eat a little more calm. And then what they do when they walk in, their horns go between the horizontals, and you just use your gate chain to pinch them so they can't back up. And then the big ranchers will actually tie their horns, like with a ratchet strap, to one of the horizontals. It's pretty nice. You need to go that way, buddy. There you go. I'm gonna get out of there because Maximus probably doesn't scare Frank much, being on the other side of the panel, but I don't need him making them nervous and me being in there with them. Dude is huge. Guys, I'm gonna be real honest. When she calves, we're gonna eat Belle. Okay. It's reached a point where if someone sold me that cow, you gotta remember she'd never calved at Lone Rock. MJ's her first baby. Where'd he go? MJ's her first baby. There was no way for Lone Rock to know her demeanor. And I'd be pretty peeved if somebody sold me, knowing what I know about Belle. I would be pretty upset if somebody sold me, a dad with 3 boys, you know, raised wise enough to get out of the pen. But like, if somebody sold me a cow that was that mean and didn't say a word, I'd be livid. And I can't do that. So watch out, buddy. Watch out. Look out, man. It's a snake, Mom. Oh, it's just a garden hose. Never mind. I hope Lone Rock doesn't mind me saying this, but they offered me $1,000 for her just to get her off our property. But I assure you, she was either going to be eaten or, well, she was definitely going to be eaten. She was going to be eaten, a real good set of horns, and a beautiful hide. And that's just what we're going to do with her. So the reason they offered me that is because I asked. I said, man, make me an offer. And they threw me $1,000, and that was just to get her off my farm because they've got a lot more land. That's totally customary and done all the time. Wasn't an insult selling me to her for $1,000. I think I paid, I don't, technically I only gave $1,500 for her. If you divide Glory, Nellie, Belle, Maximus, did we buy 4? Who else is over there? If you divide those 4, the ones that Lone Rock brought in the last round when we moved out here, technically the math says we only paid $1,500 for her. So offering me $500 less for a cow that they're going to have to do what I'm going to have to do with it, basically they were just discounting it. Let's say, you know, mathematically she's $1,500. If you go get her processed, it's going to cost you about $500. So basically they were just saving themselves that. Plus they were going to come get her. Okay. They live 3.5 hours away. So not an insult at all. And I respected it. And, you know, if we were in a tighter spot with space, it's not a money thing. If we were in a tighter spot with space, I would have absolutely. I told him I'd probably meet him halfway for that much even. So it's gonna be interesting because I got to get Frank and Taters out of here. What's up, boys? So I'm gonna step back here and just let them do their thing. Man, you're so ornery. She's bred though, and I can't eat one that's bred, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, she's bred. Heads up, Frankie. She won't mess with Frank much, but she'll run MJ. She'll run Taters out of there. If she'll go around the corner, I'll grab that trough and drag it out of there. But she's getting a little bit of a bag. She's a little bit puffy. I actually think I see a little bit of goop. No, I don't. Frank, let your... Frank's like, dude, you handle it. Let me have this trough, boys. Sorry, Taters. Hang on, buddy. Yep. Oh, there you go, buddy. I know. Thank you, though. Yeah, we won't do that again, okay? I'll start pinning her up, okay? Yep, we'll pin her up. You boys can eat. That's how we'll do it. Belle, vámonos. See, he don't take any of her grief. Tell her, brother. Tell her, buddy. I know. Frank, quit letting your mom's boyfriend lick your head. You're making it weird. Between the way Taters eats and between the way you drink water, y'all are quite the pair. So here's what we've got. Here's another reason to let Belle in here and then feed Frank and Taters out of there. If Frank and Taters have something Belle doesn't, it'll be much easier to get Belle out of here than it was to get Frank out of here. Now, he didn't try and hurt me. He didn't try and fight me, nothing like that. But he was just hanging out, talking to Maximus, saying hi. But I got to shut this because I do need this to be somewhat of a routine. I need this to last about 4 or 5 minutes and then move on to the next chore. So if we just shake a little feed bucket at Miss Belle, she'll come in here and then we'll feed Frank and Taters over there like we were. Taters over there licking a bowl, man. He's getting his money's worth. Those are gonna look beautiful. Beautiful hanging on my wall. Yep. I appreciate your life, I do. But you're mean. You're looking thicker. You getting ready to give us a baby? You gonna give us a baby? Huh? It's about time. It's about time. Yeah. Love you too. Love you too. I know. It's all right. I know. Bunny, what are you doing? Just holding that spot?